At long last, it is happening. At long last, they enter the scene. And at long last, I can do a review of this chapter. Although technically, this chapter was a little bit more shorter than I thought. At long last, we are introduced a little bit more to the Revolutionary Army. Yeah, this is the One Piece, chapter 904. First off, the cover page is apparently Olympus saying to his king that he's resigning as an adventurer. What does that mean? That he's now gonna become a pirate? I thought he actually was a pirate. After all, he did have a reputation and all. Either way, the Revolutionary Army turns out to be perfectly fine. Well, that would have been quite upsetting if they weren't. And non-surprisingly, they have moved to Momoryo Island of the Kamabaka Kingdom. Of all kingdoms, they had to move there. That is so funny. And it's also even funnier the fact that Ivankov talks happily about Luffy, and also the fact that he actually knows about Germa. Well, I mean, I guess everyone in the end, until we did not hear their name in the media. I guess everyone in the One Piece universe already knew who the German really were. But the fact that Ivankov is saying something he never told me about it, how cheeky, makes me wonder if he actually has met them before. Either way, it appears that Germa has indeed been removed from the government. Now, what does that even mean? I mean, I know what that means. They lost their place in the world government. But what I mean is, the German kingdom did illegal cloning experiments, and they waged war. Is it possible that just because they were a part of the world government, they got away with all that crap? And now that they're no longer part of that, is it possible that they won't be able to get away with that as easier? Well, if that's the way for the Germa 66 to get to Karma, then fine, fine. I take that. I would have still preferred if Sanji could have just kicked their faces in, and then the Germa could have gone for some serious character development. But alas, I guess in the end they will be eternally hunted by the government. Unless, of course, the government gets fallen by the revolutionary right now. Either way, Sabo apparently grinned so much from Luffy's newspaper that he actually, well, hurt himself. And then Addendum Mushi calls, and it apparently is one of the commanders of the Revolution Army saying that they are sidetracks for now, but they are heading that way when they're doing. And Dragon orders Sabo to that they need to finish their plans, and as they wait in for the other commanders. And what are those plans? Well, as everyone suspected, it is indeed a declaration of war against the Celestial Dragons. That was indeed expected. I actually assumed that once that Dragon would proclaim that his goal was the total and complete destruction of the world noble system. And given the fact that Dragon is a D, then this is destiny. He is destined to hate and destroy the world nobles, or at least be part of the destruction. Still, though, a part of the revolutionary was to overthrow the government. Is this meant to imply that they are gonna overthrow the world nobles since they are technically the real leaders of the government? Throwing them away means at long last changing the system. Or is it something else? I mean, in the end, the world nobles are the antagonists, so of course they need to fall. The question is now, does that mean that the world nobles are the final antagonists of the story and not the Gorosei? I mean, the Gorosei are evil. Don't ignore that. Still, though, I wonder if you do destroy the world nobles, does that mean that the kingdom of the world government can finally change? Maybe. Either way, at an unnamed well, no, sorry, at an unknown island in the Grand Line known as the Lulu Shia Kingdom, the poor people are attacked by a pirate that is bearing the signal of the Blackbeard and revealing to be an underling, and ironically is called Pinkbeard. We have white and we have black, and then we have brown, and now we have Pinkbeard. What's next? Greybeard? Either way, they attack the town who is powerless to defend them, mostly because The kingdom's mightiest soldiers are out of to escort to the revier, and the marines there could not protect them. A powerless woman begs Pinkbeard to let them go because this is a poor town and they only have the money they are to give to the king and the celestial dragons. After all, this is the heavenly tribute. So I guess in the end, this is a very bad kingdom. Is this meant to imply that the king is corrupt as well, or does he have no choice? Given to the fact he took his strongest fighters with him, one can wonder, really. So, well, either way, when all hope seems lost, and unknown, unexpected reinforcements come, first from the ground, revealing a giant that is indeed the same giant that Don Flamingo talked about when he talked about the revolutionary. And not only that, he is the first Okama giant. Not to mention, he's also the first canonical giant who has a devil fruit, at least from we have seen. And let me tell you, that's one ugly giant. Ooh, I'm just saying that. I mean, I know it sounds a little bit dangerous to say that, since after all he is an Okama, but yeah, it's not exactly a very pretty face. But strong is he also, as he managed to move the the ground like it's clay. And uh, a sexy woman who has only a jacket over her boobs that are hardly concealed, called the citizens trash for not standing up to them. Afterwards, we see what we can presume is a cat mink. I mean, it has whiskers, so I presume it is a cat mink. And also a man dressed in a featheredly like ability that summons crows. Apparently, the same crows that Sabo rode on when he left Dressrosa. And who is these people? Well, the Okama Giant is the Revolutionary Army's West Army commander, Morley. The sexy lady is the East Army commander, Bello Betty. The presumed mink cat is the South Army commander, Lindbergh. And the one who has a devil fruit capable of summoning crows is North Army Commander Karasu. As you all know, Karasu is Japanese for crow. Either way, the Revolutionary Army vows the people, especially when Betty Boop still talks bad about the people, but as she raises her flag of an unknown color, she says to them all that die or fight. The work of a hero shouldn't be left to others. And strangely enough, the people's strength increase as it reveals that Betty has a very weird devil fruit, the pep fruit, or at least something like that. Apparently, if she waves her flag, she will search out energy that awakens the inner strength of a person, basically making her a freedom's standard bearer, and even allows those that have no power to fight. So, people would actually mock that in One Piece, once again saying the power of feelings and stuff like that. But I would actually say this is very similar to Kingdom. The Kingdom manga, after all, more realistically though, goes to the fact that morale can really help you survive the most devastation of things. I guess this devil fruit could be counted as similar. It gives a boost of morale in body strength to ordinary citizens, giving them the courage to fight. As is revealed that Lindbergh also is a genius inventor. I guess in the end, Vegapunk is not the only one. After that, they defeat Pinkbeard, who says that Blackbeard will avenge him, but we all know that he won't. After all, Blackbeard do not care about anyone except himself. More than that, Pinkbeard's bounty is only 50 million. No way he will care for such a pathetic pirate as him. As then Betty gives one final insult to the citizens, she still gives them their non-army card, and actually for the first time praises them for everything else, saying that we protect the weak and we will always be there to lend a hand to those. With that, the four army commanders move out. Their destination is to Kamakabaka Kingdom, but there are 2 days to the reverie. What will happen? Given the fact the narrator is saying it's 2 days to Reverie, I guess in the end the Reverie arc is gonna be even longer than we presumed. But finally, the Revolutionary Army got in. The only question I have, though, is this the only commanders? I mean, all of them have north, east, west, and the east. Ah, damn. Did I already forget the one? The west, east, south, and north. Yeah, that was it. Very similar to the east, west, south, and north blue. I guess that is meant to be a picture of that somewhat. Still, though, is this the only commanders of the Revolutionary Army? If so, it's it's a lot smaller than I thought it was. Granted, however, a lot of the foot soldiers are actually powerful, but I don't know. And also, the Revolutionary Army are clearly a very open-minded group. They are the most open-minded groups of all the organizations so far. Not only do they have a giant and a presumed mink at it, they have fishmen as well. After all, Hack is one. Not to mention the fact that the first giant they have in their troop is also an Okama. They have a lot of Okamas. So I guess in the end the Revolutionary Army are the big good because they don't discriminate against anything in their ranks. They have everything. At least I presume. We still haven't seen a long leg or a long armed or anything else, or the other species for that matter, but still. Is Morley the only giant of the troop? Who knows? All in all, it wasn't exactly that sweet as I thought it was, but I'm at least glad we got some information on the Revolutionary. But what will. But declaring war against the Celestial Dragons. How will they even get into the Reverie? One will. Give me your thoughts if you have any.